Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 12, the final and last episode of Sakurako. And just want to say before, sorry this is a day late. Had some problems with my internet and everything, and pre-Christmas stuff that got me kind of busy as well. So finally I am able to give it to you guys. So here it is, as kind of like a Christmas present. Merry Christmas to everyone. Pretty much what happens in this episode, it was pretty interesting. It's definitely a different point of view, that's for sure. And the fact that I thought this was gonna be like, solving the case and everything. At first I thought, seeing Shotaro, he was gonna do something like try and investigate Hanabusa himself, along with trying to get, back together with Sakurako, trying to find her again and, rekindle what they had. But this episode was pretty much him trying to kind of gain confidence and remember a certain thing that pretty much just drives him to get to her. It's pretty interesting to see finally see how they met, to be honest, because that has been something I've always wondered, like how the heck is a kid like this meet her, some bone fanatic kind of person, it's pretty weird, right? And in all honesty, it was a pretty interesting like flashback thing. It was like I really enjoyed it, like learning everything about how they first met, their first case pretty much, and seeing how at first Shotaro was a little weirded out, because I've always wondered, like, if I met someone like her, I'd be pretty weirded out at first, like first impressions, like his first impressions of her is like, it's not love at first sight, he says, but he was definitely entranced by her beauty and everything like that, and that mansion that goes out and looks beautiful and everything, and all of a sudden she's actually some crazy dun dun, like a witch with bones in a pot and everything, and he saw her have like some animal carcass and everything. Yeah, I would probably walk away, to be honest. But of course this was all for an old lady, which is an interesting case in itself for them to show another case during the flashback, of course, like to see how they got into this whole case thing and how everything goes on, and how he always seems to find bodies with her and everything. And this was the first body they found together and everything. And it was pretty interesting seeing how they developed, their relationship developed really into what it is now, and how at first Shotaro was definitely hesitant, but as time goes on, he got more and more used to her, and they kind of, we saw how they met and how they got what they have now, really. And there was a whole thing with about the, if you gaze into abyss, an abyss will gaze back. And it was pretty interesting to see her say that, and you think in the way they say that, it was because he always stared at her, and then she stared back. And then at the end, Hanabusa saying, "Welcome to the abyss," and he's like this too, just like Sakurako, which is pretty dang interesting. I was like, oh dang, yeah, it's true. If you stare at the abyss will end up staring back at you, and you don't want that happening. Or in some cases with Sakurako and Shotaro, you do want that happening, because that's how they met and everything. It was pretty interesting to learn all that kind of stuff, and the whole time never stops and everything, because it's true. The only person that can do that is you. You stop time yourself, just like how the old lady did. She's literally been stuck in time her whole life because of what happened. She was traumatized with her father, and it's really sad for that to happen. What happened for her, like I was like, oh man, that sucks. She was just trying to help, protect her mom and herself from her dad, who was abusing and everything, So, yeah. Overall, how the episode felt, it was definitely like I enjoyed the episode. I kind of wanted to really see more of Hanabusa and see more of this thing, but this episode was definitely more of a rekindling of what they had and everything. Sakurako learning, she will let him stay with her and protect him and everything, and they'll do this together, not just try and push him away and everything. That's not the way. If anything, that's time stopping and everything. And it's pretty interesting to learn, she finally said his name, yay, and just seeing both of their point of view, seeing Shotaro, remember what she said about time never stops and everything. He rushes over to her, and then her realizing this as well, and then just a nice happy ending. And then boom, Hanabusa like, welcome to the abyss. Like, oh, okay. So it's kind of like an open ending, that the possibility of a second season is definitely there. hopefully, please let there be a second season, because honestly, overall, like how I felt about this anime is definitely refreshing. Like I definitely, so say definitely one more time, Jordan. But yeah, I I was gonna say it again, but I don't usually watch anything like this, and this was the first time I watched it, and I was really like it was really interesting, really good, very dramatic and everything. Definitely different kind of anime than I usually watch, and it was definitely refreshing. I did enjoy it and would like to see a second season and go more in on this Hanabusa case and more with Shotaro and Sakurako, because this one, I feel like this was an intro season to everything that can happen. Like it showed a lot of cool things, with all these different cases showing, and then like bits and pieces of this Hanabusa case, and then boom, everything exploding towards the end, and then it's like together they can do this, and then there's the welcome to the abyss. Dude, it's just badass seeing that part, like him painting of Sakurako with his hat and everything in his coat, like welcome to the abyss. Like, how can you not get hyped up for a season 2 from that, But yeah, overall, I would give this anime a 7 out of 10. It was definitely really good. Maybe 7.5 to be honest. It was a really good anime. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely refreshing. Definitely had a really good story. I love the storyline of Sakurako while also having a bunch of these cases and everything. I love the music, the soundtrack in this as well. It definitely added on to the atmosphere and all that kind of stuff that happened in this, and it just really, like, I felt like I was like, oh, doing some of these cases with them. It was really interesting, and I really did enjoy that aspect, and I still enjoyed the aspect of seeing their point of view of their own story, seeing their story unfold. And this was like the first beginning, the introduction to their story of what happened and how it's leading to the point of boom, here we have Hanabusa, and hopefully we will get a second season. I'm hoping. I don't know about you guys, but I really did enjoy the season, like I said before. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Pretty good episode, really good season, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion and review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And until next time, guys, see ya. Merry Christmas.